In a world where legends are etched in stone and challengers rise like the tide, we are on the brink of witnessing the unimaginable. The name alone sends shivers down the spine of boxing history. Mike Tyson. Iron Mike. A force of nature, a whirlwind of pure rage and untamed power. He wasn't just a boxer, he was an event, a phenomenon. The youngest heavyweight champion in history, a warrior forged in the crucible of chaos and controversy. For years we've seen him as a legend in retirement, a titan resting on his laurels. But now he's back. And it's not for the money, not for the fame he already commands. This is about something deeper, something primal. Pride. The pride of a fighter who refuses to let his legacy be a memory. Standing across that ring, a figure from a completely different era, a different world. Jake Paul. The disruptor. The social media provocateur turned pugilist. He's the man everyone loves to doubt, the one the purists dismiss, yet a man no one can ignore. He's built an empire on defying expectations, on being the headline you can't help but click. He is younger, undeniably sharper, and possesses a hunger that only comes from wanting to carve your own name into history. Most importantly, he is fearless enough to stare down a monster, to willingly step into the ring with the man who once made the world tremble. This isn't just a fight. It's a collision of epochs. Two generations, two philosophies, two legacies clashing under the brightest lights imaginable. It's the brutal, time-tested experience of a seasoned gladiator against the relentless ambition of a new age contender. It's the weight of boxing history against the sheer force of modern-day hype. When that first bell rings, I promise you, time itself will feel like it's holding its breath. Every jab, every hook, every uppercut will be loaded with the weight of decades. Decades of pain, of glory, of sacrifice, and of an undying legacy. We are about to see Tyson's thunder, that explosive, peekaboo style that terrified a generation, meet the calculated rebellion of Jake Paul. This is the fight the world whispered about, laughed about, but never truly believed could happen. Yet, here we are. This is more than just a sporting event. It's the resurrection of raw power. It's the ultimate test of youth against wisdom. It is, without a doubt, a battle for a unique kind of immortality. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. The Iron Legacy begins now, and you're not going to want to miss a single second. Let's break this down, because the layers to this fight are absolutely fascinating. On one side, you have Mike Tyson, a man whose story is the stuff of Hollywood legend. From the streets of Brownsville to becoming the baddest man on the planet, his journey was a roller coaster of triumph and tragedy. When we talk about Mike Tyson in his prime, we're talking about an aura of invincibility. His opponents weren't just beaten, they were mentally dismantled before they even stepped through the ropes. The way he moved, that constant bobbing pressure, it was like watching a predator stalk its prey. The speed of his combinations for a heavyweight was, and still is, mind-boggling. He didn't just throw punches, he threw explosions. Now let's be real. This isn't the 25-year-old Mike Tyson, he's in his late 50s. But have you seen the training footage? The man is a physical specimen. The power, it seems, is the last thing to go. That terrifying thud of his punches hitting the pad still echoes with the ghosts of knockouts past. The question isn't whether he still has the power. We know he does. The questions are about stamina, durability, and reflexes. Can a man his age withstand the pressure of an 8-round fight against a much younger, active athlete? Can he take a punch from a 27-year-old in his physical prime? This comeback is a monumental gamble, a testament to his warrior spirit that simply refuses to fade away. He's fighting for the honor of his own name, for every legend who feels they've been forgotten by a new generation. Then, you have Jake Paul. Let's give credit where it's due. It's easy to dismiss him as a YouTube boxer, but that label is becoming increasingly outdated. He has dedicated the last few years of his life to this sport. He has the resources, the best trainers, and a relentless work ethic. He's systematically dismantled every opponent placed in front of him, from fellow social media stars to seasoned MMA champions. Yes, the criticism has always been that he hasn't fought a real boxer. Well, he tried that against Tommy Fury and came up short, but it was a competitive fight where he learned valuable lessons. What Jake Paul brings to this fight is youth, reach, and a surprisingly disciplined boxing style. He's not a brawler. He has a solid jab, a powerful right hand, and he knows how to manage distance. He's also been incredibly active, fighting consistently over the past few years, while Mike's last professional bout was decades ago. Jake's entire strategy will be built around surviving the early storm. He knows Tyson will come out like a freight train. If he can use his footwork, his jab, and the clinch to frustrate Tyson to drain that gas tank, the later rounds could belong to him. His entire career has been about proving people wrong, and knocking out Mike Tyson would be the ultimate history-defining statement. It would legitimize him in the eyes of his harshest critics overnight. So how does this fight actually play out? The first round will be one of the most electrifying opening rounds in boxing history. Tyson will likely charge out, closing the distance with that signature head movement, looking to land those devastating hooks to the body and head. He needs an early knockout. His best chance, and perhaps his only chance, is to end this fight within the first 3 to 4 rounds. He needs to connect with that one punch that reminds the world who he is. The pressure on Jake Paul in those opening minutes will be immense, unlike anything he has ever experienced. It's one thing to spar with people who hit hard. It's another to have Mike Tyson trying to take your head off. For Jake, the game plan has to be survival and attrition. He needs to use his longer reach to keep Tyson at the end of his jab. He needs to tie him up in the clinch whenever Tyson gets close, leaning on him, making him carry his weight, and forcing the referee to break them up. It's a frustrating but effective strategy against a power puncher. If Jake can weather the initial onslaught, if he can make it to the second half of the fight, the dynamic could shift dramatically. A tired Mike Tyson is a vulnerable Mike Tyson. Jake's punches will start to feel heavier. His speed advantage will become more pronounced, and he can start picking his shots. This fight is a question of what if. What if Tyson lands that one perfect uppercut? What if Jake Paul's chin can't handle that legendary power? But also, what if Tyson's age catches up to him in the third round? What if Jake Paul's youth and conditioning are simply too much to overcome? Every single scenario is on the table, which is what makes this so compelling. It's not just a physical contest. It's a psychological one. Can Jake handle the pressure of fighting a living legend? Can Tyson handle the frustration of a younger, bigger opponent who refuses to crumble? Ultimately, this fight represents a massive cultural moment. It's the old guard versus the new school. It's a testament to the fact that in the world of combat sports, anything can happen. Whether you're a diehard boxing fan who grew up watching Tyson, or you're part of the new generation that follows Jake Paul's every move, this event has captured the world's attention. It transcends the sport of boxing. It's about legacy, it's about ambition, and it's about seeing if a lion, even an old one, still has one more roar left in him. No matter who you're rooting for, you have to respect the courage of both men for stepping into that ring. When that final bell rings, one man will have his hand raised. Will it be the resurrection of Iron Mike, proving that class is permanent and power never truly dies? Or will it be the coronation of Jake Paul, the ultimate disruptor who slayed the giant and forced the world to take him seriously? We are all about to find out together. This isn't just a fight. It's a story that will be told for years to come. Thank you so much for watching. This is one of the most talked about events in recent memory, and I want to know what you think. Who are you backing? Drop your prediction in the comments below. Do you think Tyson's power will be too much, or will Jake's youth and strategy win the day? Let's get the conversation started. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content on all the biggest fights and stories in the world of combat sports. We'll see you at the next one.